Jay Sano without intro music. Jay Sano with intro music. Intro music remix. Jay Sano 19, Jay Sano 19. Jay Sano 19, Jay Sano 19. So hello everybody, welcome back. It is Jeff again with another playthrough of The Novelist. Now, I've already played through this game twice with you guys. Once doing things that I would think the average person would want to make, the choice that the average person would want to make, and once making everything I thought would be completely the wrong options to do. Now, for those who don't know about this game you basically play a ghost who goes around a house and persuades family members to make certain choices in certain situations, and you steer the rest of the game based on the choices that you make. Now this time I want to play it through. I don't want to do the stealth one. I want to do this more for the story. That's what I've always done before. I'm still going to do this more for the story. I don't need the tutorial. I just need to remember how to play. But this time what I want to do is I want to focus solely, writer's block, on the female, the wife in this story. I'm going to make it so the wife gets everything she wants and nobody else gets a thing. I'm trying to remember. Space possesses. Okay, coming out of here. It's been many months since I played this game. So I gotta go find the clues around the house to see what people want.
Paul, good to hear from you. Listen, things are taking a little longer than expected. I feel good about this one, but I haven't quite brought some of the threads together.
It's just the execution hiccup, not a lack of ideas. This is the most complicated book I've ever tried to write, and let's just say I have a newfound respect for you guys, the Dickens and Joyce, who can juggle the threads at once without getting lost. I'm figuring some of this stuff out the hard way, I guess you could say. Anyways, the outline I sent you is still good. Those are still the beats. Those are still the themes I will explore. Keep you posted. Okay, so basically the husband in here is Dan, and he is the novelist. He's trying to write a novel, but it's tearing his family apart. Let's explore her memories.
I think we've done a good job of putting on happy faces for Tommy.
If he knew there's something wrong, he's not showing it. We told him this is just a fun family vacation, and he seems to like it here so far. But this might be it for Dan and me. Neither of us has said the word yet. I'm speaking like William Shatner. But this might be the end for Dan and me. Neither of us have said the word yet. I know it's right there under the surface. We've been dancing around it. I can't even bring myself to write the word here. Writing it would be almost as bad as saying it, because once it's there, it becomes real. A thing we may have to deal with. I'm not ready for that yet. We agreed to make the fresh start. I meant it. I think he did too. Now we just have to treat each other to a new beginning. Basically, her and Dan are on the brink of divorce.
Me too.
I promise.
She promised, and he did too. So those are her memories. Technically, I think that's all I need to make a choice, because I know everything that she wants to do.
It's such a crazy thought, the three of us all alone in this house all summer.
I never thought we could afford a place like this, but the price surprised us both when we saw it. I wonder if there's something wrong with it. Maybe it has a raccoon problem, or a toilet that backs up. I guess we'll find out soon enough. Oh, and I'm painting again. I got set up today. I felt a buzz right away. So much time to work. I haven't had space like this in forever, probably since I left the studio. I went straight into a new piece today, got lost, looked up to see it was 2 hours later. I think the new one has promise, though I still have some rust to shake off. Speaking of which, I'm going to go check on Dan, see if his new office is doing anything for him. He's pretty frustrated, but he has to figure something out soon, or the place won't be any different than home. So I guess that's only one of Linda's clues. I heard Tommy. Here's Dan. Going to kill me if I don't break through.
Writer's block. I can't believe I just wrote that. Writer's block.
There, again. Those two words are apparently the only damn thing I can write. I don't think it's been this bad since high school. Mr. Holder's class, an essay about Faulkner. Dan Kaplan, little-known author of Tramer's Wayland Wing Song, has run out of steam. Closed my eyes last night and saw a literary register article about myself. That was the first line. Paul wants 3 chapters next week, and so far I've got 2,000 words. So sloppy. I can barely read them. I cannot blow my schedule. Paul said Grovefield's been pretty clear about what comes next if I keep slipping deadlines. Why this happened as soon as we got here? This was supposed to simplify things, but so far it's been nothing but staring at a blank page. Maybe a walk will help, or a long drive, or a drink. So I'm finding his clues. Here we go. A letter that... Can I read it? There we go. Mr. and Mrs. Kaplan, I hope this reaches you before you leave for the summer. I know you went over this in my office, but I think Tommy is a wonderful child, and I'll feel better putting any recommendations in writing. Children develop at different speeds, and Tommy shows no sign of a serious learning disorder, so the most important thing to be patient and supportive. Make sure he does his reading exercises each day in calm, loving environments. Make sure not to show disappointment when he struggles, which he will at first. Show encouragement when he succeeds, as self-confidence is critical at this age. If he fails to make progress within the exercises I've included, you may want to take him to a local pediatrician for further recommendations. I hope this is some help. I look forward to seeing Tommy this September. Mrs. McMillan. There's Tommy. What up, buddy? Daddy says he'd be my buddy here. So I can go into Tommy's memories now.
Are there any other kids?
We'll have to find out.
Tommy wants friends. Picture of him and Daddy all sad.
Hi, Mom.
So,
Hey, Pumpkin.
I gotta go read Dan's memories, explore his memories, which I have not done yet. If you stand far enough away, you can read their thoughts. And then if you... Where'd he go? There he is. See, now I can read his thoughts. But if I get close, I can get into his memories.
Do you think coming here will help?
It has to.
There it is.
Tommy rode into town with me today. He saw some kids his age playing on the swings at the park, and I could tell he wanted to go play with them.
It got me thinking, did we swing the pendulum too far just to get him away from those bullies? Kids can bounce back quick sometimes. What if this is the worst thing we could have done? Then he asked how his daddy's book was going, and without even thinking, I said, "Great, my man." Felt awful right away. It's a white lie, sure, but why not be honest? When he was younger, he was just a bundle of physical needs, but now he's like a mental, emotional sponge. He's around Linda and me all the time, and I can see him changing every day in 1,000 small ways. This scares the hell out of me. What am I teaching him? What white lie?
Hey, look.
So he wants his notebook. There's his notebook, but I don't want to do Dan's thing. I want to do Linda's thing. So I gotta go find Linda. I didn't want to get into your memories again, lady. So I haven't quite gotten everything I need from her, I guess. Unless, you know what? In this first chapter, you might have to find the notebook. It might be a requirement that you get the notebook. Let's... Oh, wait, hold on. Pick up more canvas, art store anywhere in town, galleries or studio. Oh, there we go. No, I had to find the right clue. She wants to have a bottle of wine and hang out like they used to. Well, Linda, bottle of wine coming your way, my lady. Selecting the wine will choose Linda's resolution for this chapter. Dan and Tommy will be disappointed. However, if you discover Dan's or Tommy's desired outcome, you'll be able to find a compromise. Well, I don't want a compromise. E. Wine. It is. Now, just because I chose the wine, I believe I have to go whisper it. Dan is technically like the hero of the story, so therefore I still have to go whisper into his ear what he should do. And it's gonna have some wine with the lady. The next night, Dan surprised Linda by grabbing a bottle of wine and asking her if she wanted to drink it and catch up after they got Tommy into bed. They put on their favorite Miles Tanner record and cuddled on the couch, laughing and catching up on things before stumbling to bed. The summer was off to a good start for them. Dan's mind was elsewhere when Tommy tried to get his dad to play Racin' Roger with him. Linda found Tommy trying to play the game by himself after dinner. She sat down and played a few games with him to cheer him up, but she could tell he really wanted to play with Dan. Dan couldn't get past his writer's block. He laid awake for 3 nights trying to think of a way out of this jam, but he couldn't come up with one. He had to stay on schedule, so he forced himself to write a scene just to keep moving. He hated each word as he typed it, but he had no choice. Chapter 2, Full House.